Hello, new on-ramps instructors. In this video, I will briefly demonstrate how you can access what you need in Sibme for the first week of PLI and launching into beginning the semester with your students. For your week of new instructor synchronous PLI, you will need to be able to access a couple of different areas in Sibme. In this video, I will demonstrate the locations that you need to be able to access. I will also provide some troubleshooting assistance for accessing Sibme, as well as locating your resources. Please check out the description below the video on YouTube to jump to any specific areas of the video if you only need help with one specific topic. First, let me demonstrate for you what you need to be able to access this week. For more information about what else you can access in Sibme and how to navigate it, please see the description for additional video support. This video will focus exclusively and specifically on your first week of working with on-ramps during synchronous PLI for new instructors. One of the most important aspects of the Sibme platform is the Sibme chat. When I am logged into Sibme from the homepage, I can click on the chat bubbles, which are right here next to my profile picture and name. If I hover over, I can see the word chat. When I click that, it opens a chat menu for me. On the left-hand side, I can see all of the huddles, including the Mega Huddle, as well as huddles related to your summer PLI group. And once you are assigned a mentor in August, you will also have access to your mentor's huddle. In order to have a conversation, you will select that huddle. Let's say, for example, that I am in Amy Madam's group. I would click on Amy Madam. I will be able to see prior discussion, and I will be able to interact here with my peers, respond to what they've stated, or ask my own questions. When I pose a question here, by typing it into the chat, I press the little paper airplane to send it. I will see my message appear here, and everyone else who is in this chat will be able to view and respond. In order to see who is in the chat, you can go up to the upper right-hand corner, hover over their picture to see their name and email address appear, and you can click on the plus sign to open up the list of everyone involved. This is also how you can send a direct message to an individual quickly. If you wanted to speak directly with, for example, Amy Madam, your facilitator, but you did not want to share that information with everyone in the chat, you could send her a direct message by clicking on the DM next to her name, and then we can see the option to send her a private message. You can also go down to direct messages and click the plus sign and search for anyone who is available for direct messaging. This chat feature is incredibly helpful, not only during summer PLI so that you can collaborate with your Model Teach peers and your Model Teach facilitator, and also so that you can reach out to staff such as myself. There I am. You can send me a DM as well. But you can also use the Sibme chat throughout the year. So this is a handy way to communicate without having to access Canvas or without having to log in to complete an on-ramp support ticket. However, I would suggest that you limit Sibme correspondence to things that are related to implementing the course. Consider this an opportunity to exchange ideas with your fellow peers who also teach the course and to get general ideas in support that is not specifically related to specific students. If you need guidance or support with individual students, student grades and accommodations, and other types of FERPA protected information, reach out to Rhetoric staff, either through on-ramp support, office hours, or the Canvas inbox correspondence, which is FERPA protected. Once you have successfully logged into Sibme and you have entered the Rhetoric channel, when you access Huddles, you should be able to see the Mega Huddle, which is right here, and the Model Teach folder. And when you click on the Model Teach folder, you should be able to see the huddle to which you belong from Model Teach during that week of synchronous PLI. You will see a folder that belongs to your facilitator, and it includes your teammates. This is where you will be uploading your teaching materials for when you present your lesson on Thursday. For example, if I was in Amy Hayes' group, and I wanted to find my Model Teach huddle, I would click on Huddles at the top of my screen, go to Model Teach 2025, and I will see the Amy Hayes Summer 25 Huddle. When I click there, I will see any materials that have been uploaded, and I will also be able to add my own by clicking on the green plus sign in the square that's up here in my upper right-hand corner. When I click that plus sign, I will be prompted to upload my content, which for the purposes of Model Teach is likely to be either a URL, such as to a set of Google Slides or Google Docs that you use for your presentation, or you can also upload a resource directly from your computer. If you have video or audio, you can share that as well. So for the purposes of Model Teach, you will be locating your Model Teach folder, and you will be uploading your Model Teach note-taking document, as well as any other documents that you created for your presentation. You will upload them here to share with your colleagues. As a new instructor, you start in the 25-26 New Instructor Summer PLI Canvas Course, which I am sharing on my screen here. There are a number of activities which require you to engage with Sibme, and if you had time to work through those, you may have already accessed Sibme. If you are still having some difficulty with accessing Sibme, I'm going to provide you with some guidance that will hopefully get you on the right track and into the program where you can access the materials. As part of your on-ramps training, you will notice in tile number 2, Instructor Foundations, in the Instructor Resources section, there is a link for Communities of Practice. When I click on Community of Practice, it takes me to this page, 2.4, Connecting with your Community of Practice. And you will notice it says here, you connect with your community of practice by engaging in Sibme. This module walks through the community of practice, and you can see here there are links to these different sections of the training. There is a link right here called Accessing Sibme, and these 3 drop-downs will give you more information on these topics. As Sibme is a third-party platform, it can take some time for the Accessing Sibme through the SSO to link properly for a new instructor. When I click the Sibme SSO, ideally, I will see this quick little welcome, and then it'll jump me right over to the Sibme website. So you're still accessing Sibme through a separate tab through your browser, but it's linking you there from Sibme SSO. Then you will see the Sibme channels that you have access to. For you, you should just see this one, the Rhetoric UT on-ramps tile. And you would click that in order to enter our Rhetoric Sibme account. Now, as aforementioned, sometimes that Sibme SSO link is not connected immediately for new instructors, but you are added to Sibme when your application is approved. So if you are having trouble accessing Sibme through the Sibme SSO link, then we would look at number 2, accessing the Sibme website. This is actually pretty simple. The website is just sibme.com. And you would log into the Sibme account by using your district email address on file and a temporary password of Sibme1. This district email address is your user ID, and this is important for accessing Sibme, as this is your identifier to make sure that you have access to everything that OnRamps offers, as opposed to creating an independent Sibme account, which is not connected to our OnRamps account. We want you to have access to our content, so it is important that you use your district or school email address. You can access Sibme.com by typing Sibme.com into the web browser, which will take you to the Sibme page. We click Login, and when you click Login, you will be brought to this Login page. Here is where you can type in your district email and the password, which is Sibme1. And click Sign In. You should be prompted to create a new Sibme password once you've logged in with that temporary password. If you are not prompted, please make sure to reset that password so that it's something that you can easily remember, and also so that it has a level of security. You will be able to continue to access Sibme through the browser by logging in with your school email and password throughout the year. You are not required to log in through the Sibme SSO, nor are you required to have Canvas access on the device that you are using in order to log into Sibme. Lastly, you will notice that there is a reference in number 3 to the Sibme mobile app. The Sibme mobile app is a really excellent feature, particularly for those who would like to create videos and share them via Sibme. The app, as you can see from these images, is an application on your phone, and there is more information that you can find out for using the Sibme app on your personal device, including overview videos for how to use the Sibme iOS version, as well as the Sibme Android app. You are not required to access Sibme through your phone or personal device, but some instructors find it very handy, especially if you are becoming more reliant on the Sibme chat, which allows you to coordinate conversations with your new instructor group, your Model Teach facilitator, and your mentor instructor, who are all reachable via Sibme chat. It's a nice way to stay in touch with each other and have a direct line of communication that can quickly be checked and responded to, similar to a text message, but with that added level of security and FERPA protection. This has been a quick video walkthrough for new instructors in the 2025 fall semester cohort for accessing Sibme and uploading content for Model Teach. If you have questions or continue to face obstacles when attempting to access Sibme or upload your content, please do not hesitate to reach out. Please click on On-Ramp Support, which you can locate in the left-hand navigation links of any of your On-Ramps Canvas courses. You can also reach out to staff directly during PLI or stay after for office hours, where we would be happy to address your questions. Thank you for your time and attention. Have a great week, and we look forward to working with you throughout the year.